Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Thoughtful Thursday. My name is Felice Martin, and I am a licensed professional counselor, neuro coach, and neuro leader. So I started this at the beginning of May in honor of Mental Health Awareness Month. And I have a few notes here. Like I told you, this is a place where we discuss all things mental health. And I just share some of my thoughts. And I would also love to hear from you guys on what it is that you would love to speak about as well. So today, let's get into it. We're going to talk about forgiveness. And I'm taking a different spin on forgiveness. What I'm talking about is forgiving yourself. So we're looking at internal forgiveness. And forgiveness, a lot of times, keeps people from doing, being, and having the good that they desire because they hold on to so much guilt and shame. They hold on to guilt and shame. And so that's what we want to address today. And I have a 3-part strategy to work on self-forgiveness. Number one, it's very important that we acknowledge the mistakes that we've made. So you want to acknowledge the mistakes that you've made. And we've all made mistakes. They used to say, live a little and you'll know that you've made a mistake. And it's okay. One thing that keeps us in that guilt complex is because we don't forgive ourselves and we don't acknowledge the mistakes that we've made. And these mistakes could be mistakes in parenting, mistakes in relationships. These could be mistakes in maybe goals that we've set for ourselves that we haven't achieved to date. We have to forgive ourselves. We have to acknowledge that, look, this is what I wanted to do. This is what I planned on doing. This is a failure that I've had. And I always like to remind people that failure is nothing but feedback. It gives us insight and a roadmap to where we want to go. Okay, so we're going to acknowledge our mistakes. Number 2, you have to forgive yourself. Forgive those mistakes. Speak to yourself and say, you know what? I messed up. I acknowledge it. I messed up and I forgive myself. You can forgive yourself for being in places longer than you should have been. It's okay. I know as parents, often we deal with a lot of parenting guilt, feeling guilty because maybe we didn't show up the way we wanted to show up for our children because we were unhealed. So forgive yourself for quote unquote dropping the ball. It's okay. Forgive yourself. And the third thing that we want to do is once you have acknowledged your mistakes, once you've forgiven yourself, then you want to turn around, do something different, be different, and stop rehearsing the same old story over and over and over again. Let yourself know that, hey, yes, I made a mistake. Yes, I made a decision to forgive myself. And I am making a decision to turn around so that I can be, do, and have the good that I want in life, that I can show up for myself. And once I show up for myself, then I show up for my community. And that community starts with the inner circle. Then you move out from there. So remember to show up. So just to recap some of the things that we've spoken about today, we talked about forgiveness, being able to let go, being able to forgive ourselves. So once you forgive yourself, then you work from the inside out. So number 1, we want to acknowledge the mistakes that we made. Number 2, we want to forgive ourselves. And number 3, we want to turn around, do something different, be different. And once we're able to do these things, we're able to release what's called a guilt complex. And, oftentimes as human beings, we hold on to stuff. We feel guilty. We rehearse the same old patterns, the same old story over and over and over again. But I tell you, when you release it, even it may creep up, those things may creep up and remind you of certain behaviors or situations. Let yourself know, tell yourself, remind yourself, hey, I let that go. I let that go. I have made a decision to turn around, to move forward in my life so that I can have the good that I desire, so that I can show up fully and completely in who God has intended for me to be. And that, my friends, is the way that we transform our minds. That's the way we show up. That's the way we give in life. That's the way that we release guilt. That's the way we show up for friends, family, for our children. And most importantly, that's the way we show up for ourselves. So remember, acknowledge your mistakes, forgive yourself, and turn around. Turn around, because your best is yet to come. And know that anytime you feel like you failed, know that that's just feedback. This is how we rewire our minds. Thank you so much for tuning in. And remember, our thoughts create our world. And also remember, awareness leads to action, and action leads to transformation. Thank you so much, and make it an amazing day. And I will see y'all next Thursday for Thoughtful Thursdays. Thank you so much. Have a great day.